Kelly Ann, and welcome to a very special floss tube. This is going to be all about the Mysterious Adventure Project from Ink Circles, or Map Cell, as some of you may already know. It is still available to purchase at inkcircles.com. It's going to be really fun. It's I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a choose your own adventure map, like a fantasy map of a fantastical world that you create yourself with the help of flow charts, rolling dice. I'm personally going to take polls on Instagram asking you guys to help me pick some of my choices, as well as asking Siri to roll certain sided dice and picking numbers between 1 and whatever, instead of purchasing a dice set for myself personally. There are 8 locus, or a collective loci. And the very first one is Locus 0, and that is picking out your fabrics and your threads, as well as getting your dice and anything else that you need for the rest of the challenge. And that you receive as soon as you purchase the SAL. The Locus number 1 is about the borders, and it comes out on June 24th. Our fabric is supposed to hold a chart the size of 200 by 300 stitches, and that's because your map could possibly be that big, or it could be much smaller. It depends on the flow charts and the roll of the dice and the options that you pick. Locus number 2 is your coastlines. So it establishes all the land, sea, and rivers in your map, and that comes out on July 22nd. Locus number 3 is the title block. So it says, be thinking of what you want to name your mysterious land or fantastical land, whatever. And that comes out on August 19th. Locus 4 is the compass rose, which I'm really excited about, and it comes out on September 16th. And then on September 30th, Locus number 5 comes out, and this is all about gridding for features. So it says land and sea will be divided into cells of a few different sizes, small, medium, and large. And there will also, these will be where we plop down things like castles and ships and forests. And I've seen things like sea monsters, and I'm real excited, okay? October 21st is Locus number 6. And this is the wet packet. So this is the collection of motifs that go into the different water cells. And then the final Locus number 7 is the dry packet, which are the collection of motifs that will go on the land cells, and that comes out November 18th. So you will see this intro at the beginning of all of these videos, and I'm just so excited for this series. Basically, how I'm going to record these is around the time that the next locus or one of the loci comes out, I will release the video for the previous locus and show my progress thus far. So about every month you'll get to see some progress. So I think that's about how I'm going to do it. So let's just jump on into this locus's progress. It is Locus 0, and I went to my Instagram to ask you guys to pick out my fabric for me. So let's go watch that little video message and see what I had to say. Hey guys, so if you have been watching, I'm doing the Mysterious Adventure Project, or the Map Cell by Ink Circles, coming up at the end of the month. So I would like to get some of y'all's help in picking out my fabric. I have one super neutral, parchment-y tan type mappy color, and then I also have a more outrageous pick called Earth from Fabrics by LJ. So it's Earth by Fabrics by LJ or Pictureless Plus Heartland. I'll show them to you now, and then please go vote. Okay, so after I posted that video message, I put a picture of both fabrics I will show you both fabrics on camera now. So Heartland was the more neutrally gold-based fabric that was very parchment-y, map-esque. And then my outrageous fabric, which was by, Heartland is Pictures Plus. And Heartland is a 32 count Lugana, and this is called Earth, and it's an 18 count Ada from Fabrics by LJ. And I've had this for a while. So this is Earth in all of its glory. I got this for a specific project in mind, and then it just didn't come to fruition. So I thought this would be really cool, but it wouldn't leave me with a whole lot of land choices. Anyways, so I just thought it would look really cool though, because this is for a map and it is called Earth. And you know, if the fates so desired, it would look really cool if this was turned into a map. So without further ado, I will put the poll results right here so you can see, and we can all see, what those of you who voted on my Instagram chose for me to use. So as we just saw, the winner was Heartland. On my Instagram, I'm not really surprised. I did also pose the question on the Facebook group for the map Sal, and majority of the people there picked the outrageous fabric. But I didn't do like a proper poll on the Facebook post, or I would have kind of like merged the answers from people and come up with like what the real response was between both platforms. But also I've stated on here and in other videos talking about this series that I was going to use the polling or question feature on Instagram, not any of the other social media platforms. So with that, Heartland is my winning fabric. So let's pick out some threads. Okay, so I thought that I would just record myself picking out the colors for the map Sal for this video. So I'm just gonna pull up the needed colors really fast. Hold please. You guys voted for my fabric, and so something that I forgot to say in the intro for all of these videos is I think on stuff that I allow to be voted on, and or even like dice rolled or whatever through Siri throughout this challenge, I'm gonna give myself one veto per locus. So like per category of this map. And I was thinking about because of like what was voted on and what was picked compared to what I kind of mentally was drawn to fabric wise. I wanted to like use my veto, but the more I keep on thinking about it, I would just have to do way too much like editing of like where the landlines and things were, and it's the other thing is that this is a beautiful color of fabric, do not get me wrong, but for most things that I stitch, I don't really like it. It's too yellowy for me. So this would truly probably be one of the few projects that I would be like, yeah, that's a great fabric for it. And that's just me, my personal opinion. I love the fabric and I love the color, but for very, very few things, if that makes sense. So, y'all picked Heartland, which you already know. I just showed y'all that in a clip. But y'all picked Heartland, so we're gonna pick out the color palette for now this is gonna be, I'm gonna pick, like it says, you know, like you need so many blues and whatever. So these are gonna be like the main ones that are picked. But if whenever we get to like the C pack and the land pack, if there's a particular thing and I want it to be like a different color or something, what have you, because again, this is all a mystery. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can always pull additional colors out of my kits, but anytime I say like I don't have the thread in my kit or whatever, I'm talking about these two guys. So I have two double-sided thread holders. Whenever I say that it's not available or whatever, not in my kit, I'm always talking about these two, which just means it's floating around somewhere. I have every color of DMC, but it's not always available to me because it's in a whip. It's in a kitted up whip. But I call these two boxes like my kit. I don't know, like, you know how like makeup artists, they call it their kit or whatever. It's kind of like, I don't know, similar terminology, but okay. So, the floss, it says, you'll need enough to do enough of the same color to match. So like the border, it may take like 1 or 2 skeins. So, the dark color, like whatever I decide to go for like my borders and like my land lines and stuff, I just want to make sure that I do pick colors that I have plenty of it. All right, so I need a black or a dark outlining color, medium, light gray, and white. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull, I bought these the other day, so I'm just gonna pull 2 skeins of 310 because it's always good to have some extra of that. And I also have a fresh Blanc. So right off the bat, we have that. So we need a medium and a light gray. So most of these are gonna be on bobbins. Those I just happen to have out and about. Okay. I flipped to a side that has like no grays. This one's not bad, but that's kind of green based. So let me just say out loud everything that I need, because some stuff, even though I'm like looking at a gray that would be a good medium one, it is a green based gray, and I think that would clash too much with the yellow fabric. So it also depends on my other colors. So for browns, I need 2 shades of one brown family, which will be the coastline colors, plus a different brown, plus a tan. How dark of a tan? I don't know. And then we need blues. So 3 shades of a blue from the same family, which are the ocean colors, plus a different blue. That's all that it says. And then it says purple, you need a plum, greens, at least 3. No color, scale, or variation given on that one. Golds, a medium gold, a yellow, and a terracotta. Which terracotta, in my opinion, is like an orange, but it's different for everybody. And then reds, 2 shades of red, and a pink or light red. Okay. So I'm actually gonna start with my 37s and 3800s. There's some really good grays and stuff in those, and browns. So we're just gonna slowly start chipping away at this. I really like 3884. I think this is a really good true gray. So that might be too dark of a gray, but it's not the darkest gray, so I'm not mad about it. And I also really like 3882. This is a really nice, like, true brown. So I'm gonna definitely pull those two, and they're so far looking really good with the fabric. Although the fabric kind of makes this brown turn a little yellow undertone, which I don't know how much I'm loving that, but it's not bad. It's not bad. 3863 is also really good. So these are two really nice browns. I really, really, really like those together. Let's see. So 2 shades of one brown family. Those are close enough, to be quite honest, that they could possibly be in the same family. The fact that there's like such a number split is the only thing that makes me go, maybe they aren't. But the 3880s into the 90s came out not too long ago. So, I mean, not too long ago, like a year or two ago. So it is possible that they are the same color family and they just came out with the darker one in like the one of the latest updates, or additions, I guess I should say. And then plus a totally different brown and a tan. So I've got to find a tan. In my opinion, what is tan though is like a khaki type color. Okay. Also a plummy type color. I don't hate this one, which is 3886, but I also don't know if that's plummy enough. Okay, and then at least 3 greens. Yikes. I really like 3818 for green. It's just a super, super bright green. So I'm going to keep that out as an option. So I'm going to pull a few that are just like options of things that I really like. And we'll just see if they end up, are able to be like worked. If they're able to work, basically. A gold, a yellow, and a terracotta. Well, honestly, whenever I think of gold, there's 2 different ways that you can go with this. So this is like a brighter gold. 3820 is like a brighter gold, and then a true like gold is definitely 3829. So I think I'm gonna go with 3829 on that. And I know that I'm low on it, but I'll just have to get more. It's a color that I honestly actually use quite a lot, surprisingly. Okay. Let's see. I think tan is gonna be like the one that's like the hardest for me, because I mean, like, to me this is a form of tan, but maybe it means like an olivey tan. Okay, so gold, a yellow, a terracotta, 2 shades of red, a pink or a light red. Pink or light red. I don't really like anything in this box for that. There are a couple really nice blues in this color range, but I'm not sure if I want to use any of these blues, because I need 3 out of the same family, and while I like 3755, there's not really as much of that color family in there. So I think the 790s and the 800s, the first quarter of the 800s, are going to be where I find most of my blues, because there's so many color families right there. Okay, let's see. And this is also why I say, because it literally just says like plus a different blue, bright blue, cornflower blue. What direction do you want to go in that? So some of these are just going to be like my initial colors without seeing any of the parts. So colors may always be added, but or changed out depending on what the motif is really once you get to the land and sea packs. Okay, so we're still looking for a purpley plummy purple. This is kind of too bright, I think. I'm still liking the other one. Okay, so we need a terracotta-y color, which I think I'm going to go with 921 for that. Because it's a really, really nice color. And a yellow. So, bright yellow, light yellow. Again, these are all just initial colors. I don't know how pure of a yellow you want to go or not go with it. I think we're gonna go with 726. So pretty relatively bright, but good. So all the golds are done. All the golds are done. I need a light gray, which I think I'll go with 3024. It's kind of a light gray, kind of silver side light gray. I also need a brown, a totally of a different family color. And a tan. Still looking for a tan. What is tan? I'm just gonna say that like 800 times. What is tan? Actually, I think I'm gonna go with 3045 for the tan color. It's kind of like a khaki, like toasty straw color, but it's a type of tan. Khaki is, in my opinion, a type of tan. A completely different brown plus all my blues. Okay, so I need 3 shades of blue plus a different blue. All right, so 3 shades of blue. That's going to be relatively easy, either using the 800s or the 700s. So let's see. So we go the realm of 825, 827, and 828, which would give a really good leveling of depth. Or can do 797, 799, and then 800, because that's a really, really good mix. So that gives us 1 light, 1 dark, 1 medium. And I have a ton of these 3 colors because I've done a couple of things with them. And way back in the day, I bought a new skein of every color for every pattern. So I don't know. I think those would be really good. They're all in the same family. And then maybe like just like a really outrageous one. This one would be kind of cool. 806, just super different. I'm gonna try and like organize these and make them not look so crazy. Okay, I need 1 more brown of a completely different family. I think 898 would work really well for that. Another color that I'm consistently always buying. Okay, let's see. So now I need the reds and a pink / light red. and at least 3 greens. Okay, so greens can go a number of ways. You can go more olivey greens like 732, which I actually kind of like. The 732, 734 look. Kind of olivey but true greens. I'm not mad at it. I kind of really like it actually. But I need 3 greens. It says at least 3. At least 3. And then I think 3345 maybe. I think those would be really good. I like those together. So then we have a dark, a medium, and a lighter color. So this one's gonna go back in the box. Okay, so then we have, I'm still thinking about that plum color. All right, so a light pink and 2 shades of red. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's actually the only colors I need left. So I'm gonna flip this and we're gonna take a look. Sorry about that. We're gonna take a look at, ooh, I really like this for a light pink. This is number 23. I never get to use like the super light colors very often. Or the new colors, I should say. So 2 different reds. Don't really have many like reds available right now. That's the dangerous part. Let's see. I have like some stuff just out on my table. All right, let's go with 666 as one of the reds, because that's kind of a blatantly obvious choice. And then, does it say bright ones? It just says 2 shades of. So could go the 350 route or the 606 route. Or, did I not have any? Don't have any available. I don't think. This is kind of like a weird red color though too, which is kind of neat. I think we'll go with this one. All right, so 666, 3328, and 23. So I think those will be my baselines, my baseline reds. And let me just look at one more little color range for a plummy purple and see if we're happy with that. Ooh, is red base more plummy or purple base more plummy? I cannot tell. I do not know. These two look almost identical. For real. You could definitely accidentally mess them up. For sure. 100%. Don't like that. can't tell which one I like better. Truly. I can't tell which one I like better. 150 or 35. A more purpley plum. I know that it's, well, it is supposed to be more purpley. We'll go with 35. All right. So that is the colors. And I will put a screenshot of my colors in right now. Okay guys, so that is everything for Locus 0. The picking of the fabric, the picking of the threads. So yeah, I really hope that you like this video. It will have its own playlist, even though it does have a floss tube number. It's not replacing Flossy Friday. It's kind of a floss tube video, but it's gonna be a special edition. So it's gonna have its own playlist as Map Sal or something of the like. So if you're just randomly stumbling on this in a few months and you want to see all of them, you can check out that playlist. But also let me know down below if you are stitching the Map Sal and how excited are you for Locus number 1. And also let me know if you made it this far. Let me know down in the comments if you liked the video portion of me kitting up my project. I've been wanting to do some Stitch With Me's, and I have 2 cameras now to where I can do like a POV and also talk to you. But I kind of just like chatting and doing. So would y'all want to see me kit more things up? Like whenever I kit up like a new series or a new chart or something? Would y'all like to see that internal dialogue of picking out my fabric and threads and all that kind of stuff? Do you find that interesting? And then if I did do a Stitch With Me, what is your favorite style, or what would you want to see from me? Would you want a main POV and then a smaller frame of me talking? Or would you just want to see the stitching? Or would you just want to hear me ramble about things and me occasionally show you my progress? Let me know down below what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on those things. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next map video. Bye guys.